Hello, everybody. Some pretty tight price action in the past 24 hours across the market. BTC doesn't necessarily show it, it does a little bit, but we got pretty tight after being wide and loose in the middle of yesterday. We got very, very tight price action here. Usually precedes some type of a move, hopefully to the upside. We still have bullish, ideals for this market. So it'll go up when it wants to. If it rolls over, it's not the end of the world, but overall, I like this setup. Now we did try to bounce up just now and are coming in. So maybe we'll still continue with the tight action. But tight action is good. Low volume action is generally good. And our volume isn't super low here, but on some other alts it is. And I don't have time to show you all of them today, but take a look around the market. You'll see some tight price action with some low volume. Some of those with good preceding price action could be good for some bounce trades. All right, so BTC here, pretty volatile yesterday. I'm not sure what that volatility is about, but then we calmed down and we're fighting with multiple trend lines here. We have this declining one, which could try to get to this inclining one, which I adjusted yesterday. And we'll see which one wins out of those two. But we are still, in a very choppy area. And, we could move around here for a while, hopefully doing constructive things, and then we'll make a larger move up at some point. So, but right now we're basically just chop. This tight action right there, the bounce could only be up to the 61, maybe a little bit less than that. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. But at least the market's not dropping. If it does drop, definitely exit the market, in my opinion. I don't like to hold through drops. Actually, cash pretty much in everything at the moment right now. All right, next up is Solana. And Solana shows you a little bit of that tight price action. It's not extraordinarily tight like this was. This is much more tight and lower volume. But compared to what we just went through, a drop, some wider price action here, we did get pretty tight. We're getting a little bit tighter and volume is a little bit lower. So we could start to see some moves up. This isn't the best example of it today, but this is a good example. So we'll see if this can move up a little bit. But Solana has already done quite a bit of work. It's been able to rally up substantially down here from the 110 up into the 164 over only the course of about 4 or 5 days. And so it's bound to take a break and is doing so here. Hopefully, maybe we've seen a low. We don't have any major bottoming candles, but there's a good possibility that that this is the bottom of our choppy range. Maybe we come back down a few more times, but ideally we start to go back up at some point. And you can look at Solana for a lot of leadership in this time. All right, on to our hot coins of the day today. Really not a lot going on, but these are the ones that are moving and Maker's moving right now, which is probably why it's even on the list. 3% there. This one was some tight price action. The past 4 candles, very, very tight price action there. And boom, we're getting a bounce in Maker. So it could be the start of something. We're already hitting resistance up here. You're seeing a small wick. So let's see how this one plays out. If you did want to play this, your stop would have to be under that tight price action, which now is a little bit wide at about 5%. Yeah, about 5.25%. Just basically underneath this candle where this volume is stepping in. This is what you'd like to see across the board. Hopefully we get it, but it's not guaranteed, obviously. And on the daily time frame, it's trying to rebound quite a bit of way. This can go up really all the way up here to this breakdown low and even a little bit higher than that. Yeah, it definitely could try to bounce back, and this is a good candle to start that. So let's see if it can continue with this momentum. That would be ideal. And then Litecoin, this kind of shows you how low volatility we are. Litecoin is one of the ones that's gone up the most in the top 50. We're very tight right now. This means that we're seeing random coins, and Litecoin being very random for volatility. So, but this one was also with some pretty tight price action. Went from high volatility, look at the volume especially here, to low volatility within 24 hours. So not so much in the price, but really in the volume. So even pretty tight right there. Trying to go up, coming back down. Not huge price action. It's really, really small ball, but we need to start making some progress here up to the upside. Otherwise, this tight price action will stall out. You see Maker obviously rally. This one's obvious because it is. Very big candles. Litecoin, not so much. So here's the dichotomy of really what could happen. It's kind of a good example. Maybe a bit of small false breakout here, maybe a large breakout on Maker. Or does this bounce back and everything becomes what Maker's doing and bouncing up 3, 4, 5%? We'll see. But These are interesting times in the markets. When you're choppy, there is some opportunity. Tight price action can lead you to that opportunity, which is kind of what we're getting right now. So a bit of a pick your poison type of a market. Do you want to jump in on some of these ones that are going like Maker, or do you want to get in on some of these that are tight like Litecoin, or do you want to watch and see what happens? Um, if you're a little bit inexperienced, that's probably the best way to go. If you have a really tight stop loss and you have some decent bottoming action, you could try to take a trade, but I would argue smaller position sizes with most everything right now. But the market overall is choppy. There's a good chance for some pops, so let's see what we get. Maybe we'll be able to get some profits out of it. All right, everyone, have a great day out there. Stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow on Altcoin Buzz Trading.